Hello, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, an intuitive messenger, and an author. And this is the energy forecast and reading for Life Path 7. This is the energy forecast and reading for Life Path 7 for April of 2024. So welcome, Life Path 7. I'm really glad you're here. Okay, so we're going to begin. Let me give my new disclaimer. So these readings are not predictive. I don't make predictions. I don't do fortune telling. I don't think that is empowering or encouraging at all. I want people to always be connected with their own power and know that they have the ultimate say in what happens in their life, even if they don't think they do. I want this to be a place and a space where that reconnects you either for the first time or reminds you how much power you have and what you are capable of. And that when you align with the energies of the universe, and that when you support yourself with within the more tumultuous energies that may come into your life, you can navigate them better, more smoothly, and with more ease and and more grace. So I just wanted to say that, and we're going to begin. So I've already checked with Spirit, and they said I have the right cards for you, and so we're going to begin. So, and let's shift the cards. Okay. Uh, so the anchoring energy for the month is going to be Emperor. So very interesting. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to show you that. So we have the Emperor. We have the Wheel of Fortune upside down. Okay. We have the Hangman. We have the Hangman. We have the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Three of Cups. This Three of Cups was just in a previous reading. 1 second. Hold on, please. I'll be right back. So Life Path 7, your cards are really interesting. Out of 5 cards, you have 3 major arcana. Okay, so we're beginning with the Emperor. And so we're going to call this energy the umbrella energy of the next 30, 60, or 90 days. This is going to be the umbrella energy. So there's going to be a lot of energy, like you're going to be bringing or there's going to be a call to bring more order, discipline, rules, and regulations into your life or whatever you're working with. This is something that, is going to be added to your life. So I don't know if you're looking for this to be added to your life. Are you trying to bring more structure? Because the energy of the Emperor is about structure, structure, structure. Bringing order when there was none. Really putting a structure and a foundation to things. And so that's going to be your umbrella energy for the month of April 2024. The reason I'm kind of talking slow is because I'm thinking here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm getting that this is going to be your energy for about the next 60 days. You're going to be really working to bring some structure to certain things. So this is going to be your umbrella and the overarching theme, should I say? Let me call it that. The overarching theme of the next 60 days for you. And then in the reverse position, obstacle position, the second card, the energies of the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune has to do with karmic cycles and being on the karmic wheel, but it's coming up in the reverse position. And so maybe there's some things in your life that have to do with breaking certain cycles that you need to become more aware of. There may be some things in your life that have to do with breaking certain cycles that you need to become more introspective about and more aware. Because when it's upright, you're on the wheel, you're kind of just going around, and that could be different things. Sometimes people are breaking cycles, sometimes people are just caught up in cycles. It can be a lot of things. But for you, I'm receiving, you need to become more aware of some cycles and patterns that you need to break so that you can kind of come out of some karmic stuff. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. And so the Hangman here is here to support you and getting a new perspective. The Hangman is here to support you in getting a new perspective and kind of, turning things upside down as you are and looking at things from a new angle and a new lens. And so this may be this is something you're being called to strongly because you have 3 major arcana in a row. And these are very powerful cards. All the major arcana are powerful, but they're powerful in that you're being called. The overarching themes are about bringing more structure to your life, being more introspective and realizing where you're blocked as far as, releasing certain energies of karmic themes, repeated patterns, maybe even some hidden agendas, um, some things that you've had going on and that you've been repetitive about that you have not really been willing to consider letting go of. And the hangman is here to help you. The energy of the hangman is here to help you shift your perspective, understand why it would be in your best interest to let certain things go, to move on from certain situations, bring more order, structure, and stability into your life and your world, how it will be more supportive for you. And then you have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is often called the cards of illusion and delusions and confusion. And this card always makes me laugh. But for you, I'm thinking your life path 7 for you, I feel like you're going to be presented with some major choices to be made, some major choices, and that you're going to have to really think about them with your new perspective. You're going to have to make some new choices because yes, this is a card of illusion and delusion, and I'm not getting that energy from it for you, but also this is a card of choices. And as you see, the being, his hands are kind of like, I don't know what to do. And so that's why the hangman is here to support you in making new choices. And the energy of the emperor is here to say, you're going to need to make new choices. And then once you've made the new choices, you're going to need to bring structure to them. So I hope that makes sense. So it's going to be some restructuring here for you. And you're going to have to use this new perspective to make new choices with your emotions, new choices in how you handle things on an emotional level. So maybe in the past, and this may be why this wheel is coming up, you were handling emotional things in a way that was repeating certain cycles, maybe cycles from your childhood, maybe things from when you were younger and other people manipulated you because they had a hidden agenda and you adopted that pattern for yourself. And it's been coming out in your life in ways that did not serve you. And so this Wheel of Fortune is saying you need to be clear and take yourself out of that pattern of those cycles that were not supportive of you and that really added nothing to your life. The hangman energy is here to support that perspective. And because with this new perspective and this new awareness, you're going to have new opportunities and choices, and you're going to be able to make decisions in a way that are different, but that serve you better. And it may be you engaging with your emotions in a new way. And also 7, let me just say this. You're a 7. 7s are very introspective and they're deep thinkers. And you have the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups is calling on you, 7, to think about things regarding your emotional choices in a new and deeper way. You have to think about the things regarding your emotional choices with more depth and more introspection. Okay, because you're a 7 and y'all think deeply about things and you're being called on to think about these new emotional choices in a deep way, and in a way that does not repeat the previous patterns and cycles that you were stuck in. And what that'll do for you, you'll be able to connect to the 3 of Cups energy. And the 3 of Cups energy is about celebration and being together. And so there's an opportunity here for you, 7, that if you break some cycles, break some patterns, change your perspective, and make new, healthier emotional choices that do not add to any confusion in your life. Because with your new perspective, you have clarity, you're able to see things better now, that you'll be in a celebratory spirit. You're going to feel energetically more uplifted, more whole, more cohesive. And that could also lead you to have external relationships that are just more pleasant, more positive, and you're just going to notice a shift in the energy around you and how you engage with other people. Okay. So You have 3 major arcana in a row. So there's going to be some work for you here, 7. There's going to be some work for you here, but it's a work of change and transformation and shifting your perspective to bring you into a new emotional space with yourself and others. And I think that's really positive and good. So, yeah. These energies are going to be around you for the next 60 to 90 days. That doesn't mean they're going to begin and end in 60 to 90 days. That means they're going to become more present, and they're going to ground yourself. They're going to ground themselves in your physical and energy body and in your mind over the next 60 and 90 days. And especially with the major arcana, bringing order and structure in your life, releasing, becoming more introspective about the cycles you need to break and interrupt, shifting your perspective. These things are going to carry you out through a lifetime, because these are major changes that are going to be happening about you switching your world up and stepping into a new emotional space, because you have 3 major arcana and then you have 2 cups. So there's some work to be done here, 7, on your emotional self. There's some work to be done here on your emotional self, and I really hope you embrace it. Don't stay stuck in the patterns that you had in the past that just kind of had you, on autopilot, acting in ways emotionally that did not serve you. The Emperor is here to support you in bringing structure to this new situation that you're trying to build within yourself. The Emperor is here to support you in its very strong energy of, we're going to create something new, because that's the Emperor. They bring order, they bring obedience, they bring structure to a situation. The energy of the Emperor is very strong. It's a very foundational energy. And the energy of the Emperor is about building a new foundation. Basically, like, think of like a city rising from the ashes. It's the Emperor that does that. It's the Emperor that builds something new. And these cards are saying that you need to build something new, 7, and it's something new, most likely having to do with your emotional self and your emotional body. Okay, I can see that. Oh, let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, what would you like to say through the energy of the Emperor? That you're like like 7, you're like the phoenix rising from the ashes. You're like the phoenix rising from the ashes, and the Emperor's energy is here to help support you to take what was previously rubble and dust and build something new and stronger with it. That's beautiful. We're now at the Wheel of Fortune card. There were some things that have been going on with you karmically, 7, that you had not been willing to release and let go of, and now you're being called on to do that. If you want to rebuild things in a new way, you're going to have to let certain things go. You're going to have to reject old patterns, let go of old cycles, interrupt certain ways you thought and you dealt with life and your situations and the way you dealt with yourself. The Emperor is here to help you completely change and rebuild in a newer and stronger way. But the Wheel of Fortune saying you have to look within and let some things go. The Hangman's here with the energy of to change the perspective. What would you like to say about that, Spirit? It'd be really important that if you do some type of exercise, you do some exercises that allow more blood to flow to your head. Because when you allow more blood to flow to your head, that can, like, clarify your thinking, break up stagnant energy, help make you more self-aware. So if you do anything like yoga or do any type of inversions where the blood can flow, more blood can flow to your upper body and your head, that'll be helpful for you. You don't have to do a headstand or anything like that if you don't do yoga, because that may not be safe. But look on YouTube about inversion exercises. That can just honestly also be 7. Like if you laid on your couch and you just flipped over and had your legs on the couch and had your lower body on the couch and had your head kind of hanging off, that would really, that's a very safe things for you to do if you can physically do it. If you don't have any neck or shoulder problems, if it's safe for you to do so, consider doing that and allow the blood flow to kind of go to your head, and that'll help you mentally. That'll help you mentally to be clear and to work on your thinking, because it can break up a lot of things. Inversions are very good for your mental health. Okay. Because he's upside down, and Spirit is saying that you should allow more blood flow to your brain. Thank you. Seven of Cups. Spirit doesn't want you to get lost in your previous confusion and delusions. Now, you didn't think like you were deluded. You were probably doing what everybody else was doing, but you were also hurting yourself up. And I'm getting that you were kind of burning yourself up in the process. Like, you're putting yourself on fire and it didn't serve you. I mean, there's never any good reason to set yourself on fire, but you were walking into situations with people and circumstances where you were getting burned in the process. And so Spirit is saying, by you changing your perspective, maybe doing some exercises where you're, doing a little bit of an inversion, the blood is flowing more to your head, that this will help to break up that energy that had you seeing things in that previous way. It's helping you to say, okay, so that other energy I was getting completely burned by, I was making choices that did not serve me, and I was causing chaos in my life. With this new clarity and more increased blood flow to the brain, increased internal awareness, increased support by the energy of the Emperor for more structure, I can make new choices. I can make new choices, and I can go to new heights, and I can make new healthy choices, new healthier emotional choices where I'm not confused, I'm not deluded, I'm not buying into things that no longer serve me. I'm not being manipulated. That's what I'm also receiving, 7, that you're not, that by getting your mind clear and really being in all these major arcana energies, you will no longer be able to be manipulated. So maybe there was someone who was manipulating you, preying on you emotionally, having you go into situations that were fires, and you wind up getting all burned and being in an emotional tumult and being in all this turmoil, and it did not serve you. Okay. And then we're going to the 3 of Cups, and that as you go through this process, 7, you will see that you are able to just feel more joy and lightness in your life. And Spirit wants to celebrate you. Spirit wants to celebrate you and how far you have come. Because what I received from this card is that there was a lot going on here, 7, for you that was just basically like an ashtray. And things were just feeling very burned and hollowed out. But you persevered. You've shown a lot of resilience, and Spirit wants to celebrate you. And as Spirit says, when you change your perspective, you do that internal work, you let these energies of the major arcana support you. You align with the energies of the major arcana. You do not fight the energies of the major arcana. You align with them, allow them to support you. You're going to have a tremendous amount to celebrate. Align with these energies. Don't fight them. I'm feeling that you're not in the energy of fighting it, but you've shown a lot of resiliency and strength during this time period. Let these energies over the next 60 to 90 days ground themselves in your body, anchor them in your body. Imagine these energies flowing down into you and going deep, deep, deep in, past your root chakra, through your thighs, through your knees, your lower legs, into your feet, as thick roots extending into the earth. And that when you do that, you're really grounding yourself in these energies that help you to be more in balance and make choices that are better for you and that serve you. And you will have much reason to celebrate. And just celebrate how far you've come and the resilience you've shown. I'm getting that, all I'm getting is like an ashtray, and that you've really been burned. You've really been burned by whatever you've experienced. The Spirit wants you to celebrate that the work is not done. There's still more work to be done. But that if in this next cycle that you're on, it can really show you how far you've come and how you've shifted things for yourself, and you've broken out of cycles, and you're really serving yourself in a deeper and better way. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else? Thank you. Okay, so let's go to the angels. Let me put this. Angels, a message for Life Path 7, please, for April 2024. Message for Life Path 7. And also, I'm getting that you should put, if you have any type of dark green clothing, dark green jewelry, you should wear that. You should wear that to support you energetically, because green is healing. And so call on that color. If you do any type of color, anything with yourself, crystals, just wear the color dark green. I'm seeing dark green. So this card just fell out. This card just fell out. Harmony and resolution. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so this is the card, harmony and resolution, which makes sense with the other cards you got. Let's see here. Yeah, I definitely am getting a sense that you're bringing some things into harmony with yourself. Definitely. Harmony and resolution. So let me see what Kyle Gray has to say about that. Your message: angels of harmony and healing are with you to help you resolve any conflicts that have been disturbing your inner peace. Look at that. You're being encouraged to call in the light of God and surrender any concerns you have so that the divine can resolve them. Your angel guide is suggesting you release any need to be right or get your point across, for this will only create more hostility. Yeah, that is true. I was kind of getting that 2-7, like especially with the 7 of Cups. Like a lot of times, if we're in emotional situations and we're trying to get people to see our point of view with the wrong people, that is futile. But we can get drawn in and sucked in and manipulated by that back and forth. Like there's something we could do to change their mind or change their perspective when we really can't. So I was receiving, and this is being confirmed here with the angel card, that only have conversations that are not going to increase your level of confusion. Only have conversations that are not going to increase your level of confusion. You are served by only having conversations that add to the harmony of a situation. If it's not going to add to the harmony of a situation, just balance your emotions and just learn to let it go. Just let it go. You're better served by letting it go. Your angel guide is suggesting you release any need to be right or to get your point across, for this will only create more hostility. This is a time to focus on your own inner peace. Dedicate time and energy to doing what you can to make yourself feel comforted and comfortable. Through being more caring towards yourself, you will create harmonious energy that will wash out like a wave to all those around you. Trust that this will happen and harmony will be restored. Extended message. Angel guidance is encouraging you to stand down from any conflicts that are going on in your life right now. Take a step back to collect your thoughts and breathe. Angels cannot help you unless you create space for them to intervene, and they are with you now, willing to restore peace. They want you to know that they are aware of your challenges and the concerns you have, but unless you have faith that harmony can be restored, nothing can change. This is a time for you to visualize yourself, the situation, and everyone involved, enveloped in a golden light of goodness and grace. It is important to know that the angels of peace are encouraging you to let them bring peace to the situation and to trust the process. And part of bringing peace to the situation, Life Path 7, is knowing that you don't need to keep fighting this battle. Whatever this battle is, you don't need to keep fighting it. Just make peace with yourself and do the reconstruction work that you're being called on to do. Because it's deep work and it's beautiful, but you know, I'm getting the feeling some of you have already been through it. And so the hardest part is over. Now you're in the rebuilding stage. Okay. So I found this, I thought this was fascinating. I would love to hear from you, Seven. I'd love to hear how you're doing, how things have been unfolding for you, whether this spoke to you, how it's resonating. Um, yeah, just, really just take care of yourself and know that you have a lot of powerful energies around you right now. And these energies are around you because they want you to rebuild yourself into something new and fortify yourself. And the energy of the emperor is there as a overarching energy to support you in this time of restructuring and rebuilding. So I wish you the best, Seven. I really absolutely wish you the best. So if you like a more in-depth and personal reading with me, my information is in the description box below. My name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, an intuitive messenger, and an author. Please give this video a like, share it, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. So please take care. Have a wonderful April of 2024 and beyond. Peace.